Hello, I'm Rob.
And I'm Angie.
And together we are Twinfinity.
We are twin flames in union, sharing our 20-year journey through a series of videos. This is video number 15. It's called, I have to look, Poetry from Above with Messages of Love. That was just given to me this morning, so I don't even remember the words because they're not mine. And as you can see from behind us, we have all our little friends because they are part of this story.
Anyway, today we were going to go out to the mountains and do the video from there, but it got cold yesterday and it stayed cold this morning and with a little bit of snow. So we're going to do the video from our nice warm living room and then go out later and play in the mountains when we're all bundled up and unrecognizable.
Yes.
Okay, going right to the recap. Recap from last week. I go to the doctor because I'm still not doing very well and I end up on going on antidepressants. Angie's angels start channeling through her, writing in poetry, and they're helping Angie believe that their messages were about me proposing and us being joined as one. And I also admit to physical connections to the first of two karmic relationships that I will have in the post-firing era.
Yes. And just to clarify for maybe some of you, those of you that are watching this the first time, right now in our story, we're back in 1998. I know I've had some people ask, well, are you guys not in union? And I'm like, yes, we are. We're just sharing from many years ago. So
yes,
just to clarify where we're at in our story is way back in 1998.
At the beginning of last video, we mentioned that we come across some letters that Angie had wrote me. One was from right after the firing, just like an hour or two later is when she started to write it. And also, the second one was from right after Valentine's Day, just a few weeks later when I had not shown up on Valentine's Day or called or anything like that.
Like my angels were saying that was going to happen and we were going to go on a cruise and none of that happened.
So anyway, we were thinking of doing that as a separate video. We're going to tack some talking about this on to the beginning of this video.
Yeah.
I've taken a little bit of editorial leeway when it comes to the letters. Some of them are 4 typed pages long, which is really long. But I'd like to share some of the passages that Angie wrote. This is from the first letter right after the firing. She says...
And sorry, before you start, can we just tell them what the date was of it?
This is, yes, January 18th of 1998.
Yes.
Dear Rob, I've been home from your place for about an hour now, and I got to thinking about the letter idea that we had talked about for writing letters back and forth. I came home, had a bath, and cried some more. Now I feel better. I am learning, finally. I used to do everything possible to avoid dealing with emotional pain, but I've decided not to do that this time. I think I am making the right choice and doing the right thing. Anyhow, this is just prologue stuff. I'll get to the point now. I think the main thing I want to say is that I am not bitter or angry. I feel the decision was mutual. You were the first to bring up the topic, but I agreed with you all the way. I know we are doing the right thing. It just doesn't make it hurt any less. Honestly, I have a lot of respect for us. I think we both realize that we want a forever kind of love. And if we have it that, it will be there. But if we don't, then it is better to just let it go. I did the same thing before and don't regret it. I can't see us regretting this decision. At best, we get back together with a future of marriage. At worst, we are forever friends. Close friends. So really, there is no bad option. I know and believe that what we are doing is right, but that doesn't mean that I don't hurt or feel sad. What I am finding the hardest is finding new perspective and boundaries. It's hard to go on from being a couple to just being friends. I have not let go of the thought that we may get back together. I'm not ready to just let us go completely. Not yet. Maybe not ever. The fact is, though, that I do have to think of us differently, at least for now. I don't know what the boundaries are, though. When I can call, what we can still do when we are together, how often I can see you, if I'm still allowed to ask for a hug. I'd still like to talk to you daily, just to hear how you are doing or how your day was. I still plan to go to badminton on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, I'm not so sure about. I wanted to talk to you about that, but I was too teary-eyed to talk earlier today. I'd like to know that it is still okay if I call or if I say I love you, if I need to. Just because we are no longer a couple, it does not mean that my feelings have changed or that I love you any less. Sometimes I still need to say the words to you. I'm having troubles still holding on to a semblance of us and yet letting go at the same time. I feel so alone, like I have lost you completely. Right now it feels like you are a lifetime away instead of just up 25 floors. I don't yet know how to tell myself that you're still here. I do like what you said yesterday, that you are still here and not abandoning me. Letting go has always been one of the hardest things for me, but thanks to a poem that I found yesterday, I'm learning to realize that letting go is a sign of strength, not weakness. Maybe this is all just learning and experience for the future. I need to rationalize that somehow. I have to let you go and accept that if we have the right kind of love, it'll work out that I get to keep you for a life as a marriage partner and a lover. Let's go to the poem.
I'm sorry, I'm actually quite teary. Last week when he found these letters, I tried to read them and I couldn't, and that's why he's reading them, because I couldn't even read them without crying, let alone read them to you guys. And just hearing this brings back all those emotions. It's like all those feelings are on the paper. It's, wow, it's quite amazing. So I'm going to show you this poem that I had included with the letter that I had given him that day. And I had like an old computer back then, and I must have found this on the computer, or I honestly don't know where I found this or how I found this. But it's amazing how twin flamish this is, if I can say that. So again, the title is called Letting Go, and it says, giving up is merely quitting. Letting go is sweet release. Giving up is hard and heavy. Letting go is loose and light. Giving up is simply failure. Letting go is success in sight. Giving up is very human. Letting go is most divine. Those two just really, I just was reading this earlier this morning going, wow. Giving up is very human. Letting go is most divine. That's fascinating to me. Letting go, I trade my blueprint for a perfect design. Again, wow. Like honoring the design of our soul, not of our human self. Giving up is death at sundown. Letting go is the rising sun. Giving up says, there it's over. Letting go says, it's just begun. This is profound to me. I don't know who wrote this. I don't know where I got it from all those years ago, but it's absolute profound words to me even now. I'm just in awe reading it and in tears.
I will continue on with the letter and see if we can let Angie recover here just a little bit.
Try.
Continuing on, you know that when I'm in my head and able to rationalize things, I can see the positive in all of this, as well as all the learning. If my mission this lifetime is to be a teacher and a messenger of love, it only makes sense that I learn about love through the experience, since it is the best teacher. I am definitely learning about love, every kind of love. Having read the books Conversation with God, I have an understanding of the learning and purpose behind what we are going through, and it helps me cope with the pain. How do you know at what end of the spectrum, how do you know what is at one end of the spectrum if you haven't experienced what is at the other end? We must experience pain before we know what joy is. When I am thinking rationally and not in emotional pain, this is all fine and dandy and makes lots of sense. However, when I am sobbing and my heart feels like it is breaking, I don't quite have this perspective or clarity. Now I have one more topic to cover before I finish. It takes a long time to finish after this finishing.
Oh, I'm a very quiet person in talking, but a very wordy person in writing.
You mentioned the suicide issue today. Yes, I know I am there again, and have been for a while. I'm learning to accept that it is a coping mechanism. Suicidal thoughts are a helpful way for me to cope with the pain, especially when things are feeling hopeless. Just knowing that there is a way out if things get too bad always seems to get me through the deep pain. It's also about a desire to go home. I've been on this earth so many times that I just want to go home. I am homesick for a place that does not exist here on earth. I'm starting to have memories of what it was like in the spirit world. No pain, only love, peace, joy, and endless learning and growing through joy, not pain. That is what I desire more than anything else. I am realizing, though, that I can't go home and stay there until I have completed my mission, at least for this purpose on earth. Love is all there is. Love is God's number one message. And our main purpose in life is learning this on earth. I have been through many lifetimes, and I feel like I am finally at the end, my last life. Every once in a while, when the learning gets too painful, suicidal thoughts and tendencies come out again. If you want the honest truth, though, I am determined to make it this time. I'm going to finish what I came to this earth to do. I am stubborn and persistent, and I have gotten through a lot of extremely painful experiences, so I will get through this one. So that is where I am at, a little clearer after the tears. When the pain gets bad and I'm crying, I feel as though I am going to die. Once I let the pain out, I feel better, more rational and sane again, which is where I am at now. I hope this letter helps you understand what I am feeling, where I am at, and what I want. It has definitely helped me. Writing, or typing in this case, has always seemed to help me get clear. So my desire is that this letter helps you as much as it is helping me. I will leave you with these words to do with what you will. I am open to talking about any or all of what I have said here, and if you need any clarification or further understanding. With all of this said, I have one last but very important thing to say. I love you. And I intend to allow that love to grow in whichever way it will, whether it be a friendship love or a forever marriage love. I'm committed to not stifling my love, nor forcing it to be something that it is not meant to be. The fact is, it is love, and all kinds of love are important, worthwhile, and valid. Love is the source of all healing. Love is the reason we are all on this earth. Love is all there is. With all my love, Angie.
Wow. Sorry. That just really blows me away that 20 years ago, almost to the date, that was written January 18th, 1998.
And this was from a person who had experienced childhood, gone through school, just got out of university, and was just starting down a spiritual path, and yet she at that point, as far as I'm concerned, not discrediting where I've been or where I was at that time, I was a long ways behind her at that point. So to read this, I gained a deep appreciation, even if the understanding wasn't 100% there. I gained an appreciation that she was very deeply advanced, far beyond where I was, in the understanding of spirituality and the meaning of all that it could be.
It's amazing for me to hear those words because I hear such wisdom. I definitely hear my soul in those words because I was 23. What the hell did I know about love and spirituality and soul? Yet that came out in those words. So it's amazing to hear that and know that there was such a wisdom there, but yet such a young
innocence.
Person. Innocence, yes.
There's a strong innocence in all that
yes.
as well.
Yeah, it's neat to see the dichotomy of the two sides. Wow.
And it took a lot of years for that innocence to meld and grow and mature to being a very strong, deep wisdom, something that she could hang her hat on as far as being grounded.
Grounded, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to use. I mean, I had all the information before, but it hadn't really absorbed. It wasn't practical. It was just knowledge.
The second letter from just after Valentine's Day, February 16th, 1998, is a little shorter.
Hopefully this one doesn't make me cry
I don't know. I'm just going to read, and we will recover from the reading as it comes to an end. Dear Rob, okay, another letter for you. This has always been my way of communicating, so why not? I've been lying in bed for the last hour thinking of all that we have been through and everything I want to say to you. So I've decided to say it in the letter. The first and most important thing is that I want to thank you. Thank you for everything since we've met. You have been an incredible support to me through so much stuff. I had thought I had done dealing with the bulk of my past, but I learned the hard way that I was not done. Now, after nearly another 8 months of hard, intense work, I think I am almost at the end. The only thing I now need to deal with is my compulsion with suicide. After doing a lot of thinking as well as a lot of talking with, that would be your brother?
Yeah.
I keep realizing that suicide is not the answer and will get me nowhere. I thought I could work through it alone, but I can't. I said to Vic that getting over suicide feels like getting over an addiction, a compulsion that I've had for many years, many lifetimes. Since I have dealt with every other demon in my life, I might as well deal with this one too. Daily, I have to remind myself that suicide is not the answer or even an answer. I don't know how much work I have to do to get this out of my system, but I do know that I can't and don't want to do it alone anymore. The fact is that I am tired of the fight and struggle and just want to get through each and every day. I am finally realizing that it is okay for me to ask for outside help. Anyway, this is all just to let you know that I am okay and safe. At times, it feels like a never-ending battle, but I am trying, using every ounce of strength that I have left. I am living hour by hour, and I am using my resources to help me. Vic has been sticking to me like glue for support, which has really been very helpful. And Sonia even called yesterday, asking and saying that she knew something was up. My psychic Sonia. I just felt like I owed you at least this much of an explanation right now. Plus, I want to thank you for being the constant support that you have shown me right from the very beginning. You have stuck by me through all of my stuff right from the second day that we met. You've been through just as much as I have. I have to say, I'm very impressed that you are finally setting boundaries and taking care of yourself instead of being there for everyone else all the time. It's good to see you putting yourself first for a change, which leads me to my next statement. We talked yesterday about what you need right now. Space away from me or not? I didn't really get an answer from you, so I will ask again here and leave it to you. For me, talking with you will not be harmful. In fact, it would be helpful. But you need to consider what you need. Take the time for you if that's where you need to be. I know that you have enough stress with work and you have enough stuff to work through from us as well. So take the time for yourself if you need it. It's about time you started putting yourself first. So this is where I'm at. I'm sorry for having put you through all of this. Day by day, I'm trying to put it all in place. I'm trying. Love always, Angie.
Oh.
So Angie in that letter was, at the end especially, cutting me a little bit of slack to make decisions that I needed to make to look after myself. Of course, I appreciated the words without knowing really what I needed. I was stuck between all worlds. New karmic partner, Angie's still in my life, and I still wanted her there. I didn't really want her gone, but I knew I had to let go or do more letting go. It was a very, very confusing time. Still very stressful, and no wonder I was struggling with emotional stability at that time. I was really stuck between many tough, difficult, all-absorbing worlds.
Oh, it's interesting hearing those words. I mean, as I've shared, I've been reading my journal, and I don't know why that doesn't trigger me, but reading a letter that I wrote to him, wow, just it's amazing that he still has those pieces of our past. the emotions on those pieces of paper are still there. Like they just happened yesterday. Holy, that's intense. So now I'm going to try and
We're going to try to regroup. I'm still bouncing around on the inside of me. It was hard to read some of that stuff at times.
Wow.
But it was good.
So now we're going to carry on from where we left off last video, which was Rob comes and tells me about his karmic partner, that he's sort of back with her, not really, but having a physical relationship with her while he's sort of having a physical relationship with me.
We're still watching our big long videos of Winds of War and Remembrance, so we're still seeing each other.
Yes.
For at least doing that.
Mountains,
still going to the
mountains.
Still
hugging, still kissing at that point. It was very confusing.
Very.
So this is now where I'm starting off in my journal is May 25th, 1998. And I'm just sort of recapping from what happened with Rob and I. So I said, well, things feel cleared up with Rob. We snuggled last night and I told him that much is acceptable to me. I read that the other day and I'm like, really? Really? You just found out about this other woman that he's with and you're okay to still be like snuggling with him? I wouldn't be now, let me tell you. Boundaries! But apparently back then...
Life teaches boundaries.
Yeah. So, I told him this much is acceptable to me. He said he'd probably never love me enough to date me again, and I just accepted it and left it alone. I don't have the energy to worry about it. Just because the universe says yes means not so because of free will. I will not get my hopes up to get them smashed again. I just won't. It's amazing what 7 years of chasing one person will teach you. And what I was referring to was Rob number one. When I lived in Edmonton, I'd known him since high school, and I chased him since high school. So after 7 years of chasing, I was like, yeah, no, not a chaser anymore. So it's funny I even use those words long before the whole twin flame thing. Then later that day I said, I feel quite proud of myself. I sure learned and grew lots in the past few days. I'm very proud of my growth in compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. I had the chance to grow in love or run in fear. I risked and chose the right path. I took a huge step in growth. I wanted to learn more about love. I learned, and I'm learning. Love is forgiveness, acceptance, compassion, letting go, respect, risk, maturity, openness, honesty, being yourself, allowing others to be themselves, and most importantly, unconditional. Whether or not Rob and I ever do marry seems irrelevant right now. I feel I made the right choice for me, regardless of the outcome or effect on Robert. Wow, very powerful. I'm amazed, truly amazed. So I was glad back then that I could actually recognize my growth instead of just going, okay, well, what's next? I was actually like going, hey, good for you. You've done some progress. I think that's nice that I honored that. So now this is the next day, and I've got angels talking to me again. They say
in pinky purple.
Yes. In the next journal, I'll actually show you again, and then it'll make more sense why our little groupies are here behind us. These little friends of ours that are behind us don't normally live here. They actually live on my dresser in our bedroom, but I had to pull them out for this video. So this angel was saying, or these group of angels, I guess, they said, we wish you to know that love exudes from every cell of your being. You are loved from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. We hold so much joy in our hearts for you. Much joy, much, much, much. As for Robert, we still see your love doing tremendous amounts for him. He is where he needs to be, learning what he needs to learn. He is love, little one. He really is. Love covered in fear, but love nonetheless. Everything is okay, our beautiful child. It is all okay. Much love to you now and always. So they're still reminding me that, yes, my love sending to Rob is doing beneficial good to him. That, yes, he may be expressing that he doesn't love me, but they're telling me, yes, he does. It's just his fear, and it's okay, and just to trust what I'm getting. And I'm still going, whatever. This is now May 27th of 1998, and I wrote, I didn't have the best week. I tossed and turned. Oh well, it's been a tough weekend. I can't expect to be untouched from this experience. I am very proud of myself, however, for how quickly I have come out of the other end of this. How much love I still have for Robert. That is unconditional love, and learning to remain open. Thank you, angels, for all your help this weekend. I know you're working in my life when I can forgive, let go of hurt, and still remain open and love unconditionally. So I was at least acknowledging that this certainly wasn't my abilities and my talents. This was, I could very much recognize there was angels helping, because there's no way, especially with my past of abuse and men and everything, that I could accept what I felt was huge betrayal and still love Rob unconditionally and still be able to forgive him. So I knew it wasn't just me. There was angels involved in all of that. Now this is the next day again, May 29th. And I've written it several times during the day, so I'm going to read the times just so you can kind of get the flow. This was at 9:50 in the morning, and I wrote, I'm meeting Beth this morning because we're going to Canmore. Canmore is the mountains. If that doesn't make sense to you, where that is.
Where we're going later today.
Yes, exactly. Then at 11:40 in the morning, I said, okay, guys, meaning my angels, what's up? Beth still isn't here, and there's no answer at home. Help. One group of angels said, angel child, breathe, relax. Things are fine. She's simply being detained. You'll connect soon. Oh, here we go. There's the soon again. All is well, angel one. All is well. Relax and use this time to center yourself. More later. Then at 12:53, I wrote again. Okay, Beth and I are not meant to go to Canmore today. Not sure why, but I'm learning to trust the universe. Weird. Any words? Again, asking the angels if they have anything to say. And they say, hello, Angel One. It is okay. We are very impressed with how quickly you were able to let go, trust, and go into the centered state of yourself. Look how much of this work is benefiting you. Yes, you find it odd that you were to spend the day with Beth, but it didn't happen. Inside, you are feeling much importance around sending love energy to Robert. Very good. Very, very good. Yes, send love to Robert. Send much love, 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 for Robert is receiving it, and it is helping. He needs it. Much, much, much. You are giving him much love. So they're now explaining that it just wasn't meant to be with my friend because my job was to send love. I'm like, come on, guys. I can't even have a life now. I don't have a job. Now I can't even go out with my friend. My whole life is send love to Rob. Apparently so.
Earlier today, you had mentioned a little bit of what had gone wrong with meeting your friend. Is this coming up, or did you want to explain this?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'll maybe explain it. It was weird. This happened many times. It was, the weirdest divine thing. Well, but they didn't see divine back then. From where I lived in my apartment, on my balcony, I could see down below on the street where she would park her car. And there'd be times she'd come to pick me up, and she would say, she'd park right across the street. I wouldn't get to see her. Her car wasn't there. She would phone me. I'd answer my phone. They'd be dead on the other line. She'd ring my buzzer for my apartment for me to buzz her in. I wouldn't hear it. Like, just so many strange things. This was not the only time her and I were blocked from going out together. Which, if you remember from our last video, I think it was, that I was asking, tell me about Beth. Tell me, like, my friend Beth and I are connecting, and I love her, and tell me stuff about her. Why is it all about Rob? It was still about Rob. They blocked me from doing so many things, from not only getting a job, but from going out with friends, because they were trying to tell me my full-time job was to send love to Rob. You needed a lot of love.
I needed a lot of love, and at that time of my life, I don't know if I felt all that deserving for that kind of love, because of the directions I was going. Here I am, I feel like I'm hanging on to a trapeze bar, and I'm every week or two I'm finding a way to pry a finger loose to let go of this bar, and this bar meaning our love and our connection and our relationship. I'm trying to find ways out, and she's pouring love into me.
And not by my desire. I wanted to move on with my life. You'll see as I'm reading further, I'm like, this is not even doing any good. But no, they insisted, send love to Rob. So on that note, here's more that they're going to say about that. This is on the same day that my friend and I didn't get to go to the mountains. They said, please do remember love. Love flows from you to Robert all the time. You have a strong cord joining the both of you. I love that they wrote that because we had talked much about, the cords, and you can't cut the cord with your twin because you are connected. So it's interesting that they're talking about this cord. So they're saying, you have a strong cord joining the both of you. However, he receives more of your love at a stronger intensity when you are mindful and purposeful. Then another set of angels. This is now, I'm going to show you this in a minute, but this is now the third set of angels that are speaking to me. Or maybe this is the fourth.
Very angelic day.
Yes. Your love is working on Robert immensely, and all of the lessons of what love can do is what you are learning and how strong love is. How quick, sorry, it's hard to read because it's like fluorescent green, and I need this light, I didn't quite test it. So bear with me, I'm going to try and get the lighting right. How strong love, healing love strength is, and quicker than any other medicine or treatment. You are healing Robert with your love. Remember that. It is you, not us. It's not us performing magic. It's you and your strong, loving power. Love heals. Love is the source of all healing. Then another group of angels. We know you wish more of an answer, but just be assured that all happened today for the highest and best for all involved. We know you wish to spend more time with Beth, and you will. Trust me, you will. Until then, most of your time is with Robert, energy-wise and in person. He's very drawn to you for many reasons. Because he loves you, always has, but denied it to protect himself. Because your vibration is high, fun and calming. And because your energies are tied together very strongly and deeply. Your auras have merged, and all of your chakras are strongly joined. Very strong cord of love. Very strong. So now I just want to go back and show you this from the beginning. If I can, if you go pick it up. So this one's gold. That's one set of angels. Then we have purple. That's somebody else. Then the next page, there's pink. That's another group. And then the next page, if that one shows up, this is one I was having trouble reading. It's the fluorescent green.
The unreadable green.
So 4 different angels telling me the same message. And this is why I had to bring out all my little 4 friends here that sit on my dresser. And complete synchronicity that those 4 sit on my dresser and those 4 channelings in here. That's funny. And what I find interesting just from reading from last week is that when the angels had a very strong point to make, is what I'm noticing is that's when they would speak to me, different angels would speak to me one after the other. They were trying to reaffirm the message that they were putting out, that this is important, pay attention to it. So, okay, fine guys. So no go out with a friend. Instead, stay home and send love to Rob.
Angie was still at a place where she was trusting her channelings, but it was still not a 100% trust. So to hear them reinforced 2 or 3 times was very helpful to her, especially on something that was being channeled to her that she didn't want to, in a 3D world, actually believe at that time.
Yeah, so true.
Have more faith in something to not have faith in was sometimes hard. A hard message to swallow.
Yeah. Now this is just a little, there's way more of a message, but this piece I wanted to read because it not only applies to me, I believe it applies to all of us twin flames, and I think it's being spoken to all of us. So I want to share it with you so you can kind of hear the angels too. They said, we all wish you to know how very special you are to this earth, to this mission of growth, love, and change. We are with you, with every step, word, thought. We are here helping, cheering you along. Much love and blessings to you now and always. That, I think, is such a beautiful message that it's not just for me, it's for all of us to know that we do have so much support, that we do have so much gratitude from the other side, from Spirit, for this mission that we have chosen, because as you're all learning and experiencing, it's not easy. The first part of our mission is to clear our own stuff, to heal and grow and become whole ourselves so that we can then use that love and bring it to the rest of the earth. So what a nice little piece for them to say that, we're here, we're supporting you. I thought that was really, really beautiful. So now we're going to get into more poetry like they wrote last time. This goes on, and maybe I'll show you. Goes on there, you can see the purple. There's more. There's more. There's more. And, I paper clipped 2 pages together so I could flip easier, but there's more in there, more there. It goes on bloody well forever. I'm not going to read all of that. I just picked out some Some ones that fit the most, because otherwise we'd be here for days if I read all their poetry. I just wanted to show you though that they go on and on and on in poetry. It was hilarious. So some of it is, Angel, angel, we are here, bringing gifts for you, dear. Yes, yes, it is true. It is time to make one of two. In body, mind, spirit, and soul, you are both completely whole. Love, love, it is everywhere, building shields to protect and care. Yes, it is so. Take it with glee. Take Robert's hand and marry thee. Rob's never heard this.
I've never read anything of this.
So he's reading these words off the page as I'm reading them. He's laughing now. You would have thought it was crazy back then if I told you this. Probably still think I'm crazy.
Well, that's part of the problem. Back then I wasn't ready back then I would have completely called it crazy. Maybe that's why I was taking space away.
Yeah.
But a few years of healing and growth and learning and understanding will do. I've come to appreciate this, to be honest. I'm thinking of me back then and me now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I needed time. I had to catch up.
He loves you, he loves you. This is true. He wishes so much to be with you. Poetry has a rhythm set to fill the void that's in your head. Your mind says no, I don't believe, but your heart is oh so willing to retreat. Mind and heart, they are okay. They will come to balance one day. The heart is convinced that love is right. It knows the best, and its path is bright. We work with you through the night, changing your cells to make them right. You see it not, but we see it so. Love of Robert and you will grow. Bigger and bigger and better, until the whole world has a desire to get it. Trust the heart, not the eye, for that is the way. You will see why. Why we have asked for you to send love, it brings so many gifts from above. Robert, 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 we say this much to keep your heart in touch. Remind you constantly is what we wish to do, so you will be ready when Robert comes to marry you. So funny. Love, love, it is what you are. Love, love, it joins you with Robert from afar. Robert, Robert, he is so blessed. He gets you the very best. Aww. Together you will stand forever in love with a heart-shaped wedding band. Robert is coming, soon you will see. Marriage for you and love to always be.
And yet at that point, we were so not there.
No!
We were just trying to figure out how to stay friends.
Completely.
Marriage, that's gone.
Love, love, love. We say it lots. This is because it's all we got.
Oh, gee.
We're cheesy angels.
Cheesy.
Doubt, doubt, doubt. You help much. We'll just let Robert convince you with his touch. The days of waiting are at end, for Robert wishes for much love to send. He has received and wishes to give love back to you. It is a cycle, an ebb and flow. Love given always comes back to hold. Yup, it is true. Your dear Robert is coming to marry you. Marriage, oh marriage, what a treat, full of love and kisses so sweet. No harm, oh no, I'm not reading that one. The day is set, the time is near, we stand in awe, ready to cheer. Excited we are for the day of joy, excited, excited, we can't wait, oh boy. Oh my goodness. So, my angels are all about love, marriage, rings, and Rob loving me. Yeah, because I really see that happening.
Yeah, let's just watch the next of the movies, okay?
Yeah.
I was so not reciprocating very much at that time.
No.
But there was moments where I
We're going to get to some of those. They're in here. Yeah, you had your moments. You still love me. So this is now the same day the angels channeled all those poetry. It's 9:30 at night now, and I said, okay, something's up with Rob. I called last night, and he was just on his way out, and he said he'd call back. No call last night, no call tonight. What the hell's up with him? He called Sunday night simply to say hi. He said he had no plans for Tuesday or Wednesday if I wished to see him. So I called both Tuesday and Wednesday with no response. What the hell's up with him? Bleep. If he doesn't want to talk to me, yes, I bleeped.
Thanks. A cover bleep.
Yeah. If he doesn't want to talk to me, why doesn't he just simply say so? This is all so stupid. I'm so sick of the games. Marriage, please. The guy can't even return my calls. But he's going to come knocking on my door and propose? Yeah, right. That'll take a miracle.
Bleep.
Yeah, bleep. There's another bleep in there. Thanks for catching that one. So here the angels are like, oh yeah, Robert's coming to marry you. And I'm like, yeah, dudes.
Nope.
You need to give your head a shake there, little angels. Okay, now I didn't pay attention to the date on this, and I super clicked a bunch of pages, so whenever this is, probably just a couple days later. I wrote, I'm going up to Rob soon to watch more of War and Remembrance. Before I go, I asked all of you guys for help protecting me, sending love and positive energy to both Rob and myself. Then my angel said, enjoy the evening and the love energy. See and feel it going both ways. You not only sending and transmitting love energy to Robert, but he to you. He is not consciously aware of this yet, but love energy he is giving. Feel it, receive it, be aware of it. Remember, he loves you. Fear stands in his way, but the more he is around you in your loving energy, the more his fear dissolves. Remember, love overcomes fear. Around you, Robert's fears melt away because your vibration is high and full of love. Yes, angels. So then I wrote later that evening, I left Rob's feeling frustrated and still wondering how on earth he is supposed to be the one for me, and how it will happen. Anyhow, I came home feeling yucky and disgusted, and forgot to clear my aura, so I went to bed with all of this and had a bad sleep. So I get up and have 2 radio stations on. I don't know why I had 2 radio stations on.
I don't know how she had 2 radio stations on.
Maybe one in the bedroom, one in the... I don't know. And what are they both playing? Shania, You're Still the One. Ah, funny. Here my angels are saying, Robert's going to marry you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how is that ever going to happen? And then 2 different radio stations are playing the same song at the same time. Yeah, synchronicities, you get them, we got them too. Isn't that nice? Just my guides helping me out more. So I smudged myself. I've got to learn to do that right when I get home from seeing Rob. I keep forgetting.
I'm so toxic.
Oh, well, you're in a pretty dark space still.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's hard to be around you sometimes. Not that I would enjoy. So now I got some angels talking again. Good day, dear one, good day. Feeling a bit down, the dramas of Robert's situation tend to really affect you. I suggest you keep your focus on unconditional love, not on the Robert you see. Focus on his actions, not on his words. See his soul, see the God side of him. See him as we see him, as love. Try not to get caught up in his dramas and his words. Be less reactive. Just hear his words and let them go. Focus on his soul, his heart chakra. Listen to his soul. It speaks much to you, and you hear it at night. That's what keeps you going. Listen to his soul now. What does it say? Now this I find fascinating. We have a low battery warning, so if we all of a sudden crash, I don't know what happened. But hopefully we can get through this. We don't have too much to go. So I channeled Rob's higher self, and he wrote, I'm scared of hurting me and you. We've been through so much, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I know you are my soulmate, and I am yours. I just need time, love, and tenderness to work things out. Stay with me, be patient with me. Don't give up on me. I know my words say go sometimes, but my actions say stay. I'm confused right now. I do love you, so much so that it scares me. So the angels were right. That's what they were saying. With your help and support, I will feel quicker. Please just keep sending love. Be there for me. It'll help me heal and forgive myself. Angie, it really is helping me. I wish I could tell you just how much. Thank you. I love you. I really do. Right now, you may have to read between the lines to see it, but it is there. So then, my angels are saying, see, my child, Robert has the same deep soul love for you that you have for him. Listen and trust. Okay, angels, I'm trying. Okay, now June 7th, I'm writing, Rob called this morning at 9 a.m. on his way to his football game. I feel so frustrated and sick of all this crap. I just want to let him go and move on, because I feel like I'm being emotionally abused by the universe. ask not to get a job, can't even spend time with Beth because I'm supposed to focus my love on Rob. That's probably how I thought of it when I wrote it, too.
It's pretty much how it's written.
Yeah. When I don't see it doing a damn bit of good. He's still working like crazy, still working out obsessively, still not looking at his issues, and still not the partner I want. I'm tired of hearing Angel say, Robert is coming to marry you, when I see or feel nothing of the sort. I feel so frustrated. He's out climbing mountains, going for dinners, playing football, having fun, and I'm at home meditating, teaching Reiki, reading books. I want to go have fun. Beth and I plan to go to Canmore. Doesn't work. We want to go singing. It doesn't happen. I feel like I'm kicked down every damn time I even try to get up. I still feel like a wasted life. I'm not sleeping well at all, which makes it even worse because I feel tired and bitchy and I have a sore throat. I just feel so angry and frustrated. Will I ever go, well, I'll go meditate and see if I can shift this mood. At least I have go where. I have in a negative space and I'll go try and do something positive. Then more angels. Dear child, we understand your tiredness, frustration, and lack of faith. The time is here, the time is now. Come with us, we'll show you how. Take our hand, come with thee. We want you to see what we see. Then there's a whole bunch more, but I'm going to skip some of it because they go on and on forever. So just read the most important poetry pieces. Stubborn you are, but that's okay. Prepare we do, both night and day. At least I know I'm stubborn. Convinced we are, this poetry is from afar. Not of your mind or your thoughts, for if it were, you'd find the words in the right spots. We wish you to know it is us who send these words to help you trust. Skeptical you continue to be, we'll see what else we can do to convince thee. Yes, it is true. We would not try and convince you if it were not so. Robert is coming for your hand to hold. Why, oh why, dear child so sweet, is it so hard of a vision for you to believe? You feel that we are lying from above, sent to torture instead of love. Love is our mission, love is our goal. Why would we tell you stories untold? We wish to fill your heart with joy, not to hurt, never a ploy. Our words ring true, yes it is so. We try to convince, but dully you go. We'll come with more words to convince, but we may have to settle for your belief once come after the prince. A Cinderella story, and I find this hilarious because when people see our wedding pictures, that's kind of what they say. A Cinderella story yet untold. You can't say we didn't warn you. Our loves were not... No, sorry, let me read that again. A Cinderella story yet to unfold. You can't say we didn't warn you. Our words were not untold. Robert will come. You will be surprised, but then you will have tears in both of your eyes. Tears of joy only, we say, for sadness is gone with each day. So they're still telling and have a Cinderella story. They get married. You are quite skeptical, Angel One, but we don't complain. It is part of the fun. Fun, fun, fun. This is our job, to bring love together in one blob. Energies merge with auras so bright that all the world sees love so tight. Yes, this is you and Robert so true. Merge, merge, merge is how we see Robert's auras with you. Love-covered bodies is how you will prance, walking by leaving others in a trance. Ah, yes, the effects of love. Magical transformations is what we speak of. Your love together people will see, wanting more for themselves it will be. Love is your mission. Love is your mission, this you know, carrying energy everywhere you go. So much more we wish to say that we hear your request to end for the day. Later we will come with words of love, more talk than convincing from angels above. Funny. So let me just find some last little pieces before our battery dies here. Rob called last night from football practice on his way home and invited me up to play backgammon. So I went there and we spent 2 hours together. I gave him a massage and we goofed around for a while. It was kind of fun. When I left, he hugged and kissed me on the forehead. I love those kind of kisses, endearing and cherishing kind of love. So clearly, yes, Rob still loves me. And I just have some stuff I wanted to get through because it talks of the fact that all this love that I'm working on has finally done what it's supposed to do. Good morning, much love to you, we send. This is the angel again. Love-covered auras are so beautiful. You and Robert are very much joined, blended and merged. So then I'm saying, I feel sad and alone, hopeless. I can't believe it's been a year, an entire year that I have lived here. A year later and I have no job, no relationship. Is it ever going to change? I have angels saying so, but how am I supposed to believe them, especially after all the hell? And then I said, I just listened to a meditation tape and I feel a bit better. I wanted to mention something. Since the weekend, I have felt this huge need, or I have not felt this huge need or urge to send constant love to Rob. I did the same meditation 2 times on love, and I find it not as easy to fill Rob's aura. It's like he's full already. He's not soaking up major energy like he used to be. Before I could send, and it still didn't feel complete. Now I don't feel the same pressure to be sending. I'm not being told to, and it seems Rob isn't needing as much. His aura seems very full, large, balanced. Our auras and chakras seem very strong, merged, and complete. It's very interesting. Then I wrote, I just looked back to Friday's entry from the angels, and they said, you and Robert are very much joined, blended, and merged. Cool. I've been reading over the last 3 journal entries, and it's weird. For the past 3 months, I've been told to keep my focus on Rob over and over, but now it has stopped. The last time it was actually written was June 8th, a week ago. What's the deal with this? I asked for direction today and was told that the day was mine and I was free. What? I'm actually free? So then I actually drew a picture in my journal of what I was seeing in my meditation. So I was seeing us joined together, our chakras all joined, with pink around us was love. So it was the image I was getting in my meditation was validating that, yes, our love was, or my love sending was working. It was kind of neat to actually have some reassurance. Then I wrote, how come I keep asking, or how come you've been asking me to send love constantly for so long, and now all of a sudden the pressure is gone? I no longer feel the need or push to send love to Robert. So my angel said, first, you need not send love anymore because Robert and you have merged. You are joined. His aura is full and love is surrounding him and is within every cell as it is with you. Your auras were joined. You have merged. Your love sending has merged with Robert. Robert is merged and so are you. No more merging. The merging is done. No more closer. You are joined. Joined auras and chakras. Joined. Your energies tied together. Bounded by love. Merged. Joined forever. Attached by love forever to be. Together, blended, attached, merged, joined, united, bound, one, whole, complete, established, bound. This all describes you and Robert and your love. Don't you get it? You are joined, merged. That's all, folks. So I'm like, okay, thanks, angel. Then I was just saying I was at Rob's last night. When I was leaving, he hugged me. I love his hugs. They're very strong and tight, full of love. As usual, he didn't want me to leave. He said, one of these nights I'm going to keep you. He's been talking about snuggling with me all night. That would be nice. I'd love to snuggle with him all night. It would be wonderful to feel his arms around me and have his love energy fill me up. And the time is right, I guess. Just like hearing those words. So anyway, here we are. There.